All right, and for more on this conversation, we're now joined by Arthur Shopola. He is a political analyst from the West University. Arthur, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Now, of course, we have seen President Cyril Ramaphosa begin his campaign drive when it comes to the 7th administration. And quite particular here is the issues around service delivery. What are your thoughts on spearheading this campaign drive and starting off in Limpopo?
Thank you, Mbali. Let me take this moment to appreciate the opportunity, but also to greet your viewers. This is a significant move by the president and actually the national government as a whole to actually begin to practicalize that which is actually ingredient in the Constitution in section 40 and 41. The Constitution requires of president to actually support the lower spheres of government, and I think this move is really commendable to say that now it is the time to actually go down to the lower spheres and begin to navigate, to help the lower spheres navigate around service delivery challenges and actually coordinate resources so that, for the betterment of service delivery or service provision. It is a good move.
And how important is this move from the president, particularly at a time that we find ourselves now in a government of national unity? And they have now conducted a 5-year plan to try and iron out some of the issues when it comes to service delivery, and now looking into Limpopo.
But it is a very great move, considering the fact that Limpopo, constitute 10% of the national population, and if you also look at the service delivery issues that Limpopo province or Limpopo government is faced with, and also the living standard in Limpopo is quite worrisome. Through the Limpopo development plan, the province actually tells us that over 50% of that population is living actually below the poverty line. That is worrisome, and that should be actually a triggering point for the president to say, let me go with my team down to Limpopo and actually try to address the problems there and also provide leadership. It is quite important that he saw it fit to go down to Limpopo and provide leadership. Limpopo is another province that has been, struggling with governance, issues, getting the governance right, providing leadership, driving the statecraft, to the direction at which, people can actually, tell that we're enjoying this democracy, we're enjoying this government that we've put in place. It is quite a significant move.
And when you talk about this government, the 7th administration, the first time we find ourselves under a coalition on a national scale, what does it also mean for the government of national unity?
It's an important initiative, actually, because this program that the president has announced today, he said that it is the first. It marks the start of the GNU government, bringing together. It is in the context of GNU. The president will then be able to meet with the other provinces. We know that in Western Cape, it is quite a difficult terrain for the ANC-led government. It has been actually a difficult terrain for the ANC-led government to enter, but now since the GNU arrangement, we are going to see a smooth relationship between the national executive and also the provincial executive, given the fact that they are, somehow sharing in the same political direction.
And Arthur, when it comes to Limpopo, you know, it's facing a number of challenges. And I mean, you pointed out a bit earlier on in our conversation the issue around governance. At the same time, you know, what comes to mind is the Giyani water project. Limpopo struggles a lot when it comes to service delivery and the delivery of water, and also noting there the Deputy Minister of Water, especially as well as the Minister of Water. How significant will this be for projects like the Giyani water projects and to ultimately see water being delivered to the people of Limpopo?
I think that you are bringing in the issue of the Giyani water project, because it is, for me, it is an abstraction of a bigger problem in the province. It is not only the water project. You also look at the special economic zone, the Makado, Musina special economic zone. Poor political leadership has been has been at the center of those two projects, and many other projects, of course, but specifically to the Giyani, you would remember that the project there in Giyani, you know, started back then during President Zuma's term, you know, and now it has actually, you know, the current government find itself having to grapple with the same problems that were there. And quite interestingly, seeing President going there and, you know, beginning now to look like they want to address things is you know, says a lot about the social distance between the government and people. Yeah. You know, if you take a quick scan of Limpopo province in terms of water challenges, Mbali. People are still drinking water with animals. People are still sharing water with animals. You know, people are still drinking from the river. It's quite alarming, and I'm only hoping that this intergovernmental coordination, you know, will be able to take into context the local government, you know, the state of local governance in Limpopo province, because many municipalities that are responsible for basic service provision are not really functional, you know, to the extent that I can even recommend or propose that the intergovernmental coordination should extend to intermunicipal relations, because I've not heard a lot, you know, about the district intergovernmental relations or president going down to municipalities. There's still that disjuncture. I remember there's a report, 2012 report, which was released by COCTA, which actually educated us to say the district intergovernmental forums are dead, are only existing in epithet. You know, this, I'm worried when I hear the president saying I'm going to Limpopo, but a special focus is not given to institutions that are responsible for basic services like your municipalities.
Right, Arthur, thank you so much for your contribution on the show tonight. That is Arthur Shopola, is a political analyst from the Northwest University.